down in Hermosa by the breaking tide. A light in the fall where the music hides. Smoke in the rafters, brass in the air. I was lost, but the lighthouse was always there. Raise a glass where the night rolls on. Hear that bass, keep the world in song. Didn't know the names, didn't chase the fame, but the lighthouse burned in my veins just the same. Clink of bottles, laughter and pain, notes on the wind like a runaway train. Young and restless, just trying to survive, but the lighthouse kept my soul alive. Raise a glass where the night rolls on. Hear that bass, keep the world in song. Didn't know the names, didn't chase the fame, but the lighthouse burned in my veins just the same. Ocean calling through the open door, rhythm carried me across that floor. Didn't know history was being made, only that the music helped debts get paid. Raise a glass where the night rolls on. Hear that sax crying till the dawn. I was just a shadow, nameless face, but the lighthouse gave me a saving place. Hermosa nights, smoky skies. At the lighthouse, I was still alive. Catalina's dressed in black, whispers in the canyon, but the truth don't whisper back. Some say it's just the ocean, some say it's the past. Every secret on this island's built to last. Santa Catalina, shadows in your wine, ghosts are on the dance floor, stepping out of time. The music hides the sorrow, the night won't give a name. Catalina keeps her silence, but her eyes still play the game. Footsteps on the hillside, fading with the tide. Echoes down the harbor, where the lonely boats confide. Laughter leaves at midnight, silence takes its place. A stranger's smile vanishes without a trace. Santa Catalina, shadows in your wine, ghosts are on the dance floor, stepping out of time. The music hides the sorrow, the night won't give a name. Catalina keeps her silence, but her eyes still play the game. No names are ever spoken, no truth is ever found, just the sound of waves like secrets pulling down. Every song's a story, every drink's a prayer for the ones who disappeared but never left the air. Santa Catalina, dress of midnight blue, every whispered mystery still belongs to you. The moon will guard your secrets, the sea will drown the clues. I'm stranded in your silence, singing Catalina blues. house was burning, the music ran deep, trumpet and shadow, bass walking slow. I was chasing the whiskey, no place left to go. Oh, the lighthouse in Hermosa lit the night in sound and flame. Where I hid from my tomorrows, never asked my name. The smoke curled around me, the band played on strong. The lighthouse in Hermosa was where I belong. Women in red with a dangerous smile, voices like velvet that lingered a while. Every note was a refuge, every drink was a prayer, and I found pieces of myself that were lost somewhere. Oh, the lighthouse in Hermosa lit the night in sound and flame. Where I bartered my silence, where the music took the blame. The darkness was honest, the rhythm never wrong. The lighthouse in Hermosa kept me holding on. Now the tide's rolling steady and the years drift away, but the lighthouse still whispers in the songs that I play.
By the wells of El Segundo, where the oil rigs kiss the sky, they traded drills for rivet guns when the war drums cried, while the boys went marching and the ships rolled out to sea. The women built the bombers, fighting history. Let your engines roar, built by steady hands that the headlines ignore. With courage in the daylight and shadows in the dust, the women of El Segundo silver wings would rise. Every bolt a promise, every well to life. No medals for their labor, no statues to their name, but freedom wears the fingerprints of women just the same. El Segundo, let your engines roar, built by steady hands that the headlines ignore. With courage in the daylight and shadows in the dust, the women of El Segundo held the line for us. They worked in silence, they worked in pride. Brothers overseas with sisters on the line. And when the war was over, they vanished from the floor, but the ghosts of El Segundo still rattle every door. El Segundo, let your engines roar, built by steady hands that the headlines ignore. Though the pages turned and the factory slept, the women of El Segundo are the ones the world forgets.
One block from the ocean, sand stuck to my feet.
The surfboards lined up, kids running the street.
Salt on the breeze, and the laughter was free.
Manhattan was home, it was daylight to me.
Oh, memories of Manhattan, where the shoreline meets the sky.
We were young and we were restless, never asking why.
The sun wrote our stories in colors bold and true. Memories of Manhattan, I still carry you. Bonfires and boardwalks, radios loud, dreams riding waves lost inside the crowd. Every tide carries secrets, every dawn something new.
But the sunset whispered softly, this time won't stay with you.
Oh, memories of Manhattan, where the shoreline meets the sky.
We were young and we were reckless,
never asking why. The ocean kept our secrets, and the stars just watched us through. Memories of Manhattan, I I still carry you. Golden light fades, but it lives in my mind.
The boy I was then, the man left behind.
Down by the dock, where the tide rolls slow, salt on my hands, wood grains I know, paint and varnish, the sun beating down, dreams in my pocket, no weight, no crown. King Harbor night, landings on the pier, whispers of freedom, the water pulls near, love in the shadows, the ocean our song, a place to belong when the world fell wrong. Portofino lights, red wine and a smile, I'd sneak to the boat, stay gone for a while. Dock ropes creak, the gulls cried above, work on my back, but my heart learned love. King Harbor nights, lanterns on the pier, whispers of freedom, the water pulls near, love in the shadows, the ocean our song, a place to belong when the world felt wrong. Every plank I sanded, every hull I shine, carved a mark of you I left behind. The sea took secrets, but it gave me more, the strength of a tide and a heart to explore. King Harbor nights, where the tide still flows, carrying the boy that the harbor knows. Paint-stained hand and a lover's embrace, I left my soul in that harbor place.
I hear the brass of memory. It bends the night in two. A trombone sighs a secret line that only I once knew. The saxophone is whispering of dreams that never stay. Each note a door I almost touched, then watched it drift away. If I could step back through the smoke and find that younger face, would love have been a sharper song, or just a fleeting grace? So play that horn of maybe, let shadows take the floor. In every note you leave behind, I hear the past once more. The night holds tight its echoes. The truth's a gentle thief. A trombone sings the final word, then fades into the breeze. They left the kitchens empty, put their aprons on the shelf, took the tools of men and taught themselves. in Boeing's echo chambers, by Northrop's burning light. They riveted their heartbreak through the endless night. Rosie's in El Segundo, ghosts of steel and fire, hands that built the bombers, dreams that never tire. You won the war with rivets, but lost your place in line. History's silent heroes, the memory is mine.
They wore their hair in bandanas, their lips still painted red, but the planes they raced to heaven kept the soldiers fed. No parades or glory waited when the boys came home. Just silence in the factories and lives they didn't own.
Rosie's in El Segundo, ghosts of steel and fire, hands that built the bombers, dreams that never tire. You won the war with rivets, but lost your place in line. History's silent heroes, the memory is mine. Now the hangars stand empty, but the walls still know the sound of women singing as the rivets flow. And I swear if you listen when the night winds blow, you can hear them in the rafters hammering below. Rosie's in El Segundo, ghosts of steel and fire, hands that built the bombers, dreams that never tire. You won the war with rivets, but lost your place in line. But your story still is rising every time those engines climb.
Moonlight on the water, cliffs are black and tall, lanterns on the motherships anchored just offshore.
Whispers ride the ocean, tide is running soon. Strugglers slide through shadow under the runner's moon.
Engines low and growling, fast boats cut the tide. False floors full of whiskey, nothing left to hide.
Coast Guard beams are sweeping, but we slip right past their tune. One boat lost for 100 under the runner's moon.
Song.
Tequila from the Southland, whiskey from up north strong.
Families fed on danger, fortunes made too soon.
Living by the shoreline under the runner's moon. Cargo, fog that hides the men.
Bootleg days are numbered, but they'll come around again.
The law can't catch the ocean, can't stop that midnight tune. We were kings of the coastline under the runner's moon. Now the waves keep the secret of fast boats and silver spoons.
Palos Verdes still remembers the
Runner's moon. Out on Santa Catalina, where the sea meets the stone, moonlight hides the secrets that the daylight won't condone. Shadows walk the shoreline, whispers in the breeze, stories never spoken drift across the sea.
Santa Catalina. You keep your secrets buried, the ocean guarding you, mysteries in the moonlight, silence in the sand,
ghosts that never tell their tales still haunt this piece of land.
There's laughter in the harbor, but it fades when night is near. Echoes in the canyon, you can almost taste the fear. Steps along the hillside vanish without trace. Eyes behind the curtain, a half-forgotten face.
Santa Catalina, island dressed in blue. You keep your secrets buried, the ocean guarding you, mysteries in the moonlight, silence in the sand, ghosts that never tell their tale still haunt this piece of land. Not a name is spoken, not a truth confessed,
Only restless waters, rocking souls to rest.
somewhere past the breakers, somewhere in the deep, the island keeps its promise, and the lost it keeps. Santa Catalina, shadows on your shore, every story's ending leaves me wanting more.
The night drifts on with the smoke in my glass. I count the hours, the years that have passed. Can't chase the shadows, they slip through my hand. Time wrote its story, not what I planned.
I see the dawn, soft light breaking through, a whisper of hope, a dream that feels new.
For a moment it shines like stars in the rain, a fragile tomorrow, untouched by pain.
Voices entwine, the melody climbs, forgetting the losses, remembering the times. We sing to the silence, a promise of flame, believing tomorrow won't echo the same.
But the road bends on where we cannot go, and the songs we dream fade soft and low. What's lost is lost, still the music plays. We move with the night, and the night stays.
Can't turn it around, what's broken is done.
Still I carry the blues till the morning sun, till the morning sun, till